everyone, welcome to New Life Health Ministries. Josh, thanks for tuning in to the first post of the year. It's exciting stuff. It's the first Tuesday. There's a really lame song on the radio now. There's like some commercials like first Tuesday. I think it's about some bar. It's annoying. But this is the first Tuesday. We're not at a bar. We're in my room. And that was the first experience of me being awkward on camera for you guys. You're welcome. 2016, nothing's changing. Except for a lot's changing. We're adding a few more people to the page, and we're changing the YouTube page from Joshua Knoll to New Life Health Ministry, so you want to go on and look for that. Changing the page from joshuaknoll.net to newlifehealthministries.org. I'll put that there. Trying to think of some other things. The new authors, go ahead and introduce them to you. We got my friend Shama, who's a youth leader and a comedian. My friend Jessica Eiler, who's a wife to one of my best friends, mother of two, interested in some psychology stuff. One of my best friends, Marcus Weigart, also my bromance and my guy love for those of you who watch Scrubs. He's going to be helping us with some neurochemistry stuff. Just graduated from UNCW with chemistry, and he's kind of studying some of that, looking into that, and it's going to help us there. And of course we have Zach Blake, another good friend of mine in Charleston, South Carolina, leader of New Life Alliance, does some of the worship music for some of these videos. And he's a nursing student and a worship leader-ish person, and he's going to be helping us with a few posts as well. So it's no longer the Josh Show, and now it's Josh and Friends. No, it's New Life Health Ministries, and we're all just here concerned about the health for your mind, body, and soul. Super cheesy. Like always, because cheese is good for you. I've said that many times. One time, cheese is going to be the food of the month. It'll be fantastic, because I love cheese. Especially nacho cheese. Especially the cheese at Fuddruckers. There's not much I can eat at Fuddruckers, but I like their cheese. Anyway, moving on with this post, we're talking about slipping and falling in.
That was slipping. This is falling.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a difference. Slipping, as you saw, you're just kind of just a little stumble. Falling, I mean, you're straight tumbling and you're down. And I'm here to tell you that I think a righteous man, I think someone who's just had a New Year's resolution, I think you can slip all you want. I think you can trip a little bit, you can get stepped up, but a righteous man doesn't fall. I don't think he does, and if he does, he gets back up. We're going to look at Proverbs 24, verse 16, I think. It might be 17. Pretty sure it's 16. I'll put it here, and if I'm wrong, I'll make fun of myself. Ha. But and it says, "For though a righteous man falls 7 times, he gets back up." And that 7 times in the Bible, it just means a lot. It doesn't mean like, you can fall 7. It means a lot. That's why Jesus says later on, he says, how many times do you have to forgive someone? 7 times 77. Because 7 just means all. It's everything. It's the number of completion, which is also why it's God's number. It's the number of completion. It's the number of creation, 7 days. Though a righteous man can fall many times, he gets back up. So I want to think about the superhero I most relate to, Spider-Man. As you can see, Captain America is my favorite. A lot of us like Captain America. The thing is, Captain America is a symbol. He's a symbol for what it means to be good, what it means to stand for what Americans believe in. But he's not a righteous man. Because a righteous man falls 7 times and gets back up. Captain America, though he started with humble backgrounds, he became something better than man. He became a symbol. And that's cool. But the thing is, the first comic book that really took off and really sold the most copies and all that good stuff, historically speaking, were Spider-Man comics. And it's because he was the first relatable superhero. The rest of them were a man who got injected with super soldier serum and basically single-handedly beat the Nazis. Or a man who's actually an alien from another planet who could fly around and do stuff. Or a billionaire who beats up people at night because he has enough money to pay for his own personal armor, and he likes beating mentally disabled people at night while dressing like a bat. I don't understand Batman. I love Batman. But he's not relatable. And neither is Superman or Captain America, or most superheroes really aren't that relatable, but Spider-Man is. And you know why? Because we've all been bitten by radioactive spiders. No, because Spider-Man is just some random kid from Brooklyn. Some punk who was made fun of in school. And his superpowers is to be like a spider. His kids still get stepped on. In fact, if you read Spider-Man comics, he loses more than he wins. There's one where, like, he actually makes jokes. He's like, hey, eventually your fist is going to get worn out. Because that's how he does. Spider-Man gets beat over and over and over until the bad guys get tired of beating him. Because as the Bible verse says in Proverbs 24, the wicked, they don't avail. They don't prosper because they quit. But the righteous, they get back up. And they get back up again. In fact, there's one point in comics where Mephisto, who's like the guy in charge of like Marvel's version of hell, basically. He's all like, yeah, Spider-Man goes back to life. Because Spider-Man dies, and he just comes back to life, and everybody's like, dude, wasn't he supposed to, be here for a while? No, we don't want him here. He's too much to handle. Because Spider-Man's real ability, what's really impressive about him, is that he just won't quit. And that's how he is. He's gone to hell and back several times, literally in the stories. And that appeals to people because he's not especially talented. I mean, yeah, he's got some spider powers and they're kind of cool, but they're not the most impressive power set. He's not a billionaire. He's a normal kid from Brooklyn who just won't quit. And that's what a righteous man is a normal person. Like me, like you, like any of the new people we're adding on the site here. Just normal people who made a resolution, said, hey, look, we're going to live a different way now. And they mess up, and they get back up again. If you want to be like Spider-Man, that's what you got to do. And if you look at pictures of Spider-Man from movies or comics or anything, you don't usually see a pretty, like him gets out of a fight and he's looking good. No, he's like, his costume is torn, he's ripped to shreds, he looks beat up because he fell several times in that fight and got back up. And then he is, with our New Year's resolutions this year, that's what I want us all to do. Whether you're trying to eat better, whether you're trying to get something out of your life for the sake of your spiritual health, whether like something you just are dwelling on in your mind and you shouldn't be dwelling there, whatever it is, for the sake of the health of your soul, for the health of your mind, the health of your body, I want to encourage us all to be Spider-Man. Fall as many times as you can. Trip, but don't fall. That's actually, don't fall. Trip, but don't fall. Stumble, but get back up. Catch yourself and say, hey, I'm going to be Spider-Man. I'm going to get back up, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to look like crap when I make it through this. But someone's going to look and say, look, though a righteous man falls 7 times, he gets back up. That's a righteous man. That's a righteous woman. So with all your resolutions this year, be encouraged that you can trip. You can fall. Heck, if you mess up once, tomorrow's a new day. If you eat a French fry today, tomorrow's a new day. Don't eat a French fry tomorrow. If you looked at something online you're not supposed to look at today, tomorrow's a new day. Don't look at it tomorrow. Don't wait till the next big event. Encourage yourself. You can trip. You can mess up once. Get back up. Keep going. Be Spider-Man. That's our message going into the new year. Hope 2016 will be the year of the Spidey for us all. You'll see him in theaters for the Civil War in May. That was a really lame little info. Okay. Allons-y.